Hi everybody, welcome back to Sky Factory 4, episode 27 with me, Sid, and last episode we killed a lot of withers and we achieved that pristine wither matter from the deep mob learning thing, and yeah, it's got, obviously there's a wither data model in there, we've got a little bit of extraterrestrial model matter in that one, and everything is good and happy. We'll stick you in because it's not, that is still not, we need 49 withers to go to the next tier, which I'm not sure, is that self-aware? It might be self-aware, I don't know. Yeah, so that's where we're at. And we were aiming to complete the ingot model items we needed, which were, of course, Cobalt, which gives us manual in and all of the good stuff for tinkers. We've now got that, and if we go in here, I have got the pristine data model. We've got made the glowstone ingots ready. I have a blue slime sapling. I have some cobblestone cauldron. I've made a bucket of destabilized redstone. So in theory, we should be able to get a purple sapling. Now we probably want to get that growing as well somewhere, but we'll worry. In fact, let me just grab, so I did do 2 buckets of that, didn't I? Let me let me grab a blue slime. Let's have 2. Better to have 2 because as I say, I may want some purple slime for something at some point, get the right one. And we'll pop you away, and that is good. You're done with. Bye bye, cauldron. Right, so armed with that, we can go. Let me just. Cobalt sapling. There's that. That goes away, that goes away. We have our cobalt sapling. We've now made the achievement all the trees, which I think is, oh, here, there you go, all the trees. Oh, 28 of them. Now, we haven't actually got all the trees. There is another tree. It lies, because we don't have a prosperity shard sapling, which is here. For that we need a cobalt sapling and inferium seeds tier 1 if we want to go down that route, and I think we do. There are certain things that we haven't got automated right now, so I am going to, I don't know why I've got a hopper on me, I don't need it. I am going to pop you down here temporarily with that in it. The mulch can go in that and that can go in there, and we should start getting some cobalt out of there, which is very nice, and everybody's happy. Yeah, not the most exciting thing in the world, but you know, we've got that. That is doing its thing. Now, well, in between episodes, I've also been busy. I just want this to finish. So we've got a spare cobalt sapling. We've got all of the things. So we want you. We want you. We want you, and we want you. And I want to go and get my folder. I have 4 folders left, and we'll just get these put into the system, and we shall break that. Damn it, I just realized, yeah, that was a mistake. Okay, we'll sort that in a moment. Need the mulch, don't need that. We're going to head through here. Now I have put another wall of filing cabinets in here, and this has got all of our metal ingots in it. These rest are not hooked in, and if I were to come back here, which I may leave this off actually, you'll notice that these are the only ones that are hooked in. As we add more and more stuff, we will hook more and more things in. But, you know, why waste the power? Oh, came through here for a reason. is this drawer here, which has got the ardite in it, and that is also going to get the cobalt in it. Oops. And that wall is complete. Still got plenty of room for black hole tanks in there as well. Let me go and grab that cobalt sapling, because I haven't got much of that. Only got the 2. Let me grab all of that. And we'll put all of that away. That can go away as well for temporary. I need to head over to Temp Home. And we'll mulch that one up and we'll stick you into the system. And that's now producing. We're back at full energy, so that's good. And still got one little hole there left for potential trees, which probably be the prosperity shards. Do we need that many? I'm trying to remember. Let me have a look at those. I can't spell prosperity for the life of me. We use them for the infusion stones, which we can make the master now, which is good. We use them for base crafting seeds. Mystical feather, I'm not entirely sure what I use that for. Come back to that in a minute. A blank charm. But those are used to make tier 1. So yeah, we do need some, don't we? And then yeah, tier 2, tier 1, and all of the things. Now, most of these we'll never need, you know, like stone. Nature seeds are actually quite handy. Wood seeds, probably not. Water seeds, probably not. Ice seeds, yeah, maybe handy. Zombie seeds, maybe. But then you go up to the next tier and you obviously get your fire seeds and your dye. Dye seeds are good. Nether seeds, semi-useful. Coal seeds, pig seeds. You know, you get basically all the good stuff like this. Now, it's when you get to tier 4 and tier 5 that you start, because you get lapis, experience seeds, which are really handy, end seeds, blaze, we'll get in there, enderman, steel, nickel, electrum, imbar, yada yada, signalum. So these ones we can't do in trees, and it would be potentially glowstone ingots, for example, night metal, fiery ingot seeds, thorium seeds, boron seeds. They are pretty damn good. Lithium, magnesium, dilithium, tritium, and fluix crystals. And of course, when you go to tier 5, you get the diamond. Oh, and you get to tier 6 as well. Wither scaly, uranium, platinum, enderium, all the basically the good stuff. Star metal seeds, rock crystal seeds, which of course we haven't got any of that yet. And then of course you get nether star seeds and dragon egg seeds at the top level. All pretty good stuff. Anyway, we need to let the cobalt build up a little bit. But while we're doing that, we need to start thinking about the stuff out here, because this stuff here all needs harvesting. At the moment, we're not harvesting anything, and you know, it's just sat there doing nothing. There's no power in it at all. So that's all good, exactly as should be. Oh, I'll have to put that in there for a reason. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We'll sort that. I knew I put it in there for a reason after immediately as I've done it. So at the moment, in terms of crops, we have got potatoes. Now we probably need to try and get a poisonous potato if I can, which I'm not. Let me have a look. Is there any way to get a poisonous potato? Nature essence, which we haven't got. Okay, just as a way to with the grow then. Definitely want some beets and seeds. I'm going to chuck this one back. Carrots, yes. Rice seeds and rice come out. So basically what I want from this is a complete list of all of the items we are going to get when we harvest these crops. because we need to get a folder for each of them. Pepper seeds and peppers. Boop. Lettuce seeds and didn't see lettuce. Let me go as I should. There you go. Lettuce seeds and lettuce. Boop. Strawberry seeds and strawberry. Lovely. Everybody loves a bit of strawberry. What's that one? Corn seeds and corn. So that's all of the seeds from there. I'm going to grab a chest actually to sort these out. Let me grab those. I'll be back in a second. Alright, I've got some interfaces crafting. I've got some cobalt smelting in the smeltery so I can get the auto smelty bit of the cobalt done. And we have got 22 items in here. So, probably 23 actually, because I still need to get a poisonous potato, which it's not giving me. You know what? You get, obviously that's 2 crafts of those, so you don't get a vast amount of poisonous potatoes. We'll live without them. So I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those, and we are going to craft them all up with these folders to get that lot done. And then I'm going to take the beetroot and the seeds, and again we'll get those 2 done. That's, what's that, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll do 1 of those just to keep. Did I not craft the beetroot? I think I missed the beetroot. Hang on. Chili, pepper. Yeah, I missed a beetroot. So that should be 8 items, which it was because that's out of 34. So that's 1 filing drawer full. Now, before we go and integrate this lot back into the system, there's a couple of things we need to do. And one is, what have we got? Chili. And it's a rustic chili. It is a rustic chili, so we'll take you. And then we've got a tomato or tomato, depending on things. That is a rustic tomato, so we don't have any of those. Wheat, quite a lot. And here is a really handy tip, and thanks for Ditty Margu for pointing this one out. These folders act like vacuums. They suck up anything on the ground. So if you're, for example, if you're caving and you want to get all your cobble and you just keep it in there, just chuck a cobble folder in your inventory and it'll fill up with cobble and you'll never have cobble in your thing. You can also use them apparently to place the blocks, so that's good. Carrots, spuds, not worried about that. Seed, we'll come back to those in a mo, but right now we can just chuck all of these on the ground. So yeah, this is, we'll get all of these folders pre-populated with everything that they have in them, and then they will go into a filing cabinet, and then we'll link the filing cabinet into the applied energistic system. I'll get this done, be back in a mo. Alright, the foods are all in the cabinets, not hooked into the system yet. We should have 1 block and 7 ingots worth of cobalt here, so we can get a bucket of that. And take that over to the auto smelting side. And oh, I need the fluid up, don't I? And yeah, fluid. hardened fluid duct and a servo. And I don't think I need anything more than a basic servo, so we'll grab one of them, and we'll take you off. We shall pop you on. We shall crescent hammer the hell out of that. We'll, oh, you actually did have reinforcer. Okay, fine. We'll go with those then. Doesn't really matter, I don't think. It's just the speed that it extracts out the out of the thing, and we need to, hang on, let me get this right. We need to filter you and put you always on. Oh, damn it. Whitelist. Might have to take that all off again. That's probably got some copper in it. It has got copper in it, damn you. Off. Yeah, I have got a whole load of stuff backed up in the system, so I made loads of metals, and it's basically doing its thing in the background here now. And we need to break you and you. Damn you. I'm not worried about the copper. Right, let's try that again. Keeping my eye on the ball this time, shall we? Crescent hammer that out of the way. Pop you on there. Set you to whitelist for Cobalt and ignored. And now you're going to do nothing because you ain't got no Cobalt to play with. Right. Oops. There is a couple of other things we need to do. We're going to get some ardite, a block and an ingot, because we also need to make manulin. And but first things first, we need, let me put this cobalt back. We need a block of cobalt and an ingot of cobalt. We're going to actually have to make more cobalt, aren't we? Yeah, we are. Okay. Not a problem. There should, look at that. All of our drives are now got plenty of space on them because we're moving everything out. Cobalt. Make me some cobalt resin, please, if you don't mind. 10 will do me absolutely fine. And we will smelt that down here because we can. And I am going to stick, I'm going to stick a block of that, just stick the block of ardite in actually. That should do the trick. That can go away. Cobalt. 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 Lovely. Wait for the manulin and then we'll be laughing. Now this one here has got space for cobalt in it. I need to link these three in. That'll be the next one we do. So next thing we need to do while that smelts, little lag, is make some storage buses. Now I need to tell this system how to make storage buses actually, because we are it knows how to make, let's have a look, it knows how to make interfaces, but an ME storage bus would be really useful to know. Now, do you know how to make pistons? No, you don't. Okay, that's simple enough then. We'll teach you to make a ordinary piston, and we shall teach you to make a sticky piston with prevent allow. There you go. Let me make that. That's substitutions, yes. Actually, let me, hang on. Let me bring that back. I'd like piston to be allow substitutions as well. And then we should have an interface terminal there with molecular assembler. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3. Now I should be able to make storage buses. I need 3 if I can type. Got them to craft, start. They'll be done in no time at all, these. There we go. Oh, I also need some cable because I'm a bit light on it. 20 will be enough. Right, so let's head into the back here. And this will be a kind of, you know, reasonably simple process. So I'm going to take these cables out for starters, because what we don't want is these to connect or hook up to anything. And we're going to go for that one because that's full, and that's full. And then we'll hook this one in as well in a moment. And we are going to make you priority 100. We're going to make you priority 100 and you priority 100, and then we shall hook that in. Should be good and happy. We'll leave that open a moment because I do want to add the 4th one for that, but that one is now done, that is now done, and that is now done. We can now hook up the harvester as well and get that running. Manualin. One block of manualin. Oh, I did need that ingot, damn it. Didn't think about that. Ingot. Cobalt. Thank you. In you go. Hardite. Idiot. I'll get that melted. I shall be right back. Alright, and armed with those, we now have storage for manualin. Although how much of this we will actually store, I genuinely do not know. But we shall place that in that folder, and that one can go in there. Doesn't matter that it's not full for integrating these things, but it does matter that it's not integrated with the network until you've set the priority, because you don't want it pushing it anywhere else. I don't think it's the end of the world. It just means you have to sort stuff out again. So we have got cobalt, we've got manualin. We can now make all of the bestest metals and the bestest tools. You are not quite there, but I would like to upgrade you to a manualin head. That I want to have a manualin blade. That a cobalt on those 3, and I'd like manualin bases on all of my armor. That's going to take a little while, but before we do that, let me just refresh my memory on what we need to actually do to automate the farm, because we haven't turned that on yet. I don't think there's a lot. I think it's more a case of we need to give you some juice and give you a ender chest to transfer items back to the hoover. Yeah, that shouldn't be too difficult. Again, I shall go and pull together some materials and we'll get that done. Alright, and armed with that, we should now be able to automate this thing finally. And it'll be interesting to see how this thing copes with harvesting these and those. So I'm not sure whether it will. This is still a certain amount of faith gone on here, really. Oh, hello. Right, so we have got a item duct with a servo, and the servo is always on. Going into a ender chest in a purple. So that will go in here, and we have also got you, and you will be on power. And Now here's a question. It definitely harvested something. What did you actually harvest then? Tomato by the looks of it. However, if we go and turn you on to full, then it's only doing the bottom half. Interesting. Is there any need, therefore, for me to bother with the top half? Should we'll find. Oh, I thought something was attacking me then. That seems to be okay. So we'll take the top layer out because it doesn't recognise that there's two layers. Now there's one thing I want to do left, and that is I don't want this thing harvesting continuously because it's well, it's a power drain, isn't it? Let's not beat around the bush. It is pulling power from our system. So the question is, if I set you to require redstone and then give you a longish pulse, I don't know, what have we got in the way of clocks? That one. That's the clock we need. Let me go and have a look at that. Because what would be good was to let this run for, I don't know, say once every 2 minutes. That would work, wouldn't it? And then it means that we'll be potentially not wasting power. So if I go, I want a clock, and I would like you. I'm almost certain I don't have a repeater, and I'm pretty certain I don't have any of those. So let's fix that for starters. And we'll get one of those, and that is the cyclic clock. Now this thing is brilliant because I can say I would like you to go every so many ticks, be on for so many ticks every X ticks power level, and I can even set this side, but that's not really necessary. What we'll do, actually, we'll grab some more stone brick as well. Boop, we'll have that. There we go. Will look nice. I'll have a little bit of mossy in there. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. It's not right. So you are on that. So let me time how long. If I go, have I got any way to make a button? I don't, do I? Damn it! I don't have a lever or anything on me. So if I do that, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, 13,000. If I said 15 seconds, call it 20 seconds to actually run, and then we run it every 2 minutes, I think that will work. So if I go in here, we'll put you off for a second. You are on require redstone. So the duration is, what did I say, 15 seconds. So that's 20 ticks a second. So 15, that's 300. And then I want you to wait. 300 ticks is 15 seconds, isn't it? That's right. 20 ticks per second. And then I want you to go every, so a minute would be 1,200. So if I say I want you to go every 2,400 ticks, and you have you always on, then I can come back here and we can watch this, and eventually it should pulse for 15 seconds, give a redstone signal, which will allow it to harvest everything that's grown. That sounds like a plan to me. Let's see how it actually works out, shall we? I'll be back in a second. Yep, it's working. The redstone light has just come on, and in about 5 or 6 seconds time we should see a harvest event. I hope. No, requires redstone. 15 seconds. Didn't harvest. Why did you know? I'm just going to go and craft something and I'll be back again in a second. Alright, it's going again. I'll put a lamp on the top. I know why it did it as well. I hadn't turned on the signal to run down. And that's why it didn't harvest. But the little redstone lamp there lets it run. Then 2 minutes later it goes off. Sorry, 15 seconds later it goes off. And in 2 minutes it'll repeat. And the food will be harvested. And we don't have to worry about massive power drains going on constantly. That is fun. Let me get some cobalt or resin going again. Get some more of that. In fact, we shall just... no, I am going to... I know if I look at resin, there's a big backlog. Because obviously I put masses of... not resin, amber. Because I put a massive pile of this in. And that's going to just be processing in the background quietly to itself. So what I want is some ardite, cobalt. Yeah, maybe I don't need that much ardite. And we are going to go and get these upgrades done. Now we should have cobalt. I'm going to chuck that in for starters. So I need, let's see, what do I need in cobalt? 3, that's 6 ingots of cobalt. I've definitely got that in the stack. And I need a pickaxe head, an axe head, and a shovel head. So we shall get those done to start off with. 1. Then I'm going to go for manual in for the other bits, and I'll get those done again. It's just mixing and matching, so at that point we'll move forward. So let me get these cast, and I shall be back in a moment. Alright, I have got a whole load of parts. So first things first, Tools Forge, let us upgrade our axe to cobalt. So from 7.3 to 12.7. Super fast and slightly more attacky as well. 7.3, 12.5. Oh, and the durability is... hang on, that's not right. There we go. Durability is slightly improved as well. So all bonus, all great. And same again. Then I've got my couple of tool bits here, which we've got my sword. My sword has got a durability of 1780, attack of 18, attack of 20.54. It'll kill anything except a zombie in one hit, basically, and an enderman. Anything with 20 is now there, and we've still got one modifier on it. And the durability actually dropped, interestingly, but who cares? And the arrow goes from attack of 10.14 to 14, so that's even more. The durability went up as well again on that. I almost certainly need to get that, just get the last few experience points on that to get it to unbreakable, and then I'm laughing. And then finally on the armor forge we've got this stuff. So again, how does this stack up? We've got an ardite helmet, toughness of 7, defense of 17, toughness of 2. Durability drops slightly, but defense goes and rockets. Yeah, I can live with that. Again, that's going to put the defense, skyrocket it up. Same again. And let's do this right. Same again. And that should put us in equivalent of diamond armor, which is nice. Yeah, we are fully up. Oh, we probably could do our battle sign as well. We'll maybe do our sign at some point at some other time. I'm not entirely sure how long I've been recording now. You can see our applied energistic system is really rocking now. I still want to upgrade this at some point, but for now I am going to pop over here. I'm going to use my bow to kill a few things to level this up to the point where I can make it unbreakable. And while I'm doing that, I'll check how long I've been recording, and I shall be back in a moment. Alright, yeah, that's about time. Been going about 35 minutes. I've just mastered the arrow, so we are going to finish off by making our arrow unbreakable, and we shall be laughing, because this is already unbreakable. These are all on. That one's not quite. Those two are. That one isn't, and it's going to be some time before it ever gets there, but I'm not desperately worried. The arrow is the one that is things. It seriously is quite a good arrow as well. So we're going to quickly pop up here, jump in there, get some obsidian, pop you around it. There we go. That is good. Now it occurs to me that one of these fractured. That I think is more damage as it gets more and more used. So that may be less useful in the long run. There we go. One unbreakable arrow. Insatiable, cold-blooded, diamond splitting, sharp. It's yeah, it's a badass arrow. Next episode, I want to continue working on this. I would like to get this floor done. Continue working over here to get most of this done, and hooked in, and get some lights, and continue working to make this place look a little bit more, you know, more stuff. I also need to sort out my food situation, which is of course what we were farming for in the first place. So we've got the rustic peppers, carrot, golden apples. Can we actually make? We can. Okay, well that's a bit of a changer, isn't it? And golden carrots obviously are dirt cheap. I want to basically try and come up with a good golden apple pie. Sounds interesting. I might have to try that as well. Yeah, so we need to basically play around with the sandwich mod, and I'm going to make this floor here is going to be the living quarters. So we'll have a little bed cubicle, food and kitchen cubicle. We'll have all our 4-dimensional cakes. We'll even probably do a nether cake as well, just to be complete on this table. So that'll be our little teleportation table. And yeah, but until then, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.